All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give it away to Kelly, and she's going to briefly tell you her story, and then you'll hear from Heather.
Awesome. Everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We're so happy to have you. My name is Kelly, as Andrea said. I am a military spouse and I am a mom of two. And Heather actually had asked me to try Plexus products for 2 years, invited me to all the things, and I always responded to her and was like, I don't know, no, this and that. But I'm so glad that I finally gave them a shot 4 months ago. And I can tell you that I'm feeling so much better. What I struggle with personally is hypothyroidism, anxiety, and depression. And the anxiety and depression started postpartum and then just kind of continued. I think just being a mother in general, the love you have for your kids and all of that, your anxiety can just kind of spiral. So you just need to relax. So I really struggle with that. And then just insomnia and hair loss. A lot of the hair loss happened at postpartum. And then with my hypothyroidism, I lost a lot of hair. So now, 4 months later, what I can tell you is I was very skeptical. I tried a lot of vitamins over the counter, a lot of different things, a lot of supplements. I love natural supplements, and I really thought that everything was one size fits all, that all supplements were weighted the same, and it's just not true, and it's unfortunate. The fact that I went from taking one set of vitamins and supplements to Plexus and noticed such a huge difference within the first week was so telling for me, because then I was like, okay, were my original vitamins even working? So now within the first month, I started to notice my sugar cravings were way down. I was the girl that always looked at the dessert menu first at a restaurant. And sugar cravings were just like something that really consumed me. I thought about what is my next dessert all of the time. So now 4 months in, I can say that my sugar cravings are pretty much gone, which is crazy. I never thought that would be possible for me. I am a dessert lover of all things dessert. My hair is growing back in. You can see all these little baby hairs coming in here. And I used to have to take melatonin every night to go to sleep, and I have not taken melatonin in 3 months. I was just laying there one night and was like, wow, like I just realized like I really haven't taken melatonin. Like I haven't got up to take a melatonin, because I always tried to put myself to sleep first, and then I would get up and take a melatonin almost every night. So now I'm completely don't have to take anything to fall asleep. And I didn't realize the gut health connection to melatonin, because that's where melatonin is formed. So it's just really neat. And I just hope that my story will inspire someone else to take that step and just trust the process, stay consistent, take the products every day, and you will see the results that you want to see. You will feel better. Um, and I'm just so excited to have you all here to hear our testimonies. And so I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to Heather. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, like Kelly said, my name is Heather, and I have been taking Plexus products now for right at 3 years. And I was honestly probably more of a skeptic than Kelly, because I did not think that I needed these products. I thought that I was the healthiest that I could be. I exercised, I ate well, And honestly, I didn't have anything specific that I was struggling with. I remember I kept telling Andrea, I was like, I don't need these. I don't need these. I'm healthy. Why do I need these products? So I honestly started to do my own research on gut health. And I was like, okay, maybe there is something to this. And I found that everyone has toxins and yeast buildup in their gut. Some people just have more than others. Whether you think you're struggling with something or not, you unfortunately have it. And there's toxins in the air that we're breathing, on organic foods. It's everywhere. And diet and exercise is not going to get your gut healthy. So I finally said yes. And I honestly didn't think that I would see any change at all. But I did notice that I was sleeping a little bit better and I had more energy. So I was like, okay, maybe there's something to this. So I started to share with my friends and family, and their stories are what really like did it for me. People who I knew that were struggling with things were starting to feel better. My husband, he was able to come off of his anxiety and depression medication, like things like that. And I love that my family could be involved, that they're natural, that they're not a one size fits all, that my 3 and 1 year old, they take them. I took them while I was breastfeeding. Then my midwife approved them during my pregnancy with my second. And then I breastfed her for 14 months. And now I'm pregnant with my third, and I'm still taking the products. My midwife still approves of them. And they have been so beneficial while breastfeeding and during my pregnancy because they help with balancing your blood sugar, keeping inflammation down, keeping you regular, balanced, all that good stuff. So they have been so amazing during all stages of my life. And I've done fitness competitions, I've done half marathons. I mean, I've done everything. And I can honestly say that I do feel my healthiest now just because I feel balanced. I am definitely not working out like I used to. I'm just in a different stage of my life. But I have 2 small kiddos. Like I said, I'm pregnant and I'm obviously older than what I was then. And I do feel so great. And I never thought that that was possible. So thank you guys so much for listening to my story. Andrea, are you going next?
I'm gonna have Brianna go next.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to pass it over to Brianna. Thanks, guys.
Heather.
Right, guys. Hi, I'm Brianna, and I have been with Plexus 4 years in March. Like, I love to say that because I was not the person who stuck with much. I would try it for a little bit, say it didn't work, try it for a little bit, say it didn't work. And so to say that I've been in something for that long says a lot. I swore that I would be returning these products. I did not think they worked. I was very skeptical. I did not believe in them because I really thought they were weight loss. Like, I didn't know what gut health was. Like, when you hear the term gut health, you're like, what is that? What is gut health, right? So, like, I made fun of girls who drank the pink drink and thought they were going to lose weight. I just was like ignoring all their messages. They just knew what I needed before I knew that I needed it. And so that's how I look at things. I'm a teacher. I had a husband on night shift when I first started Plexus. I had a toddler and a 1-year-old. And so to go to work as a teacher and then come home and take care of the kids on my own was very exhausting. I was very negative and that was just because I felt so bad. I was tired of hearing that this was just normal mom life, that this was how life was supposed to be. You're a mom, you're tired, like you're supposed to be tired. You're supposed to feel like crap. You're a mom. Like, that's not supposed to be like that. That is like the biggest like baloney ever. Like, I went through 2 colonoscopies, an endoscope, never got any answers. Medical bills were piling up. I was on medications for anxiety, medications for my stomach. I was on an antacid forever. I was on this like revolving door of trying to find prescriptions that would work. I lived on Excedrin migraine and Aleve because I was so swollen and so fatigued. I lived on Monster energy drinks and junk food and Dr. Pepper. Like, all of these were my vices, and these vices is what got me through the day, or what I thought was getting me through the day, although they were making things 10 times worse. Because the monsters were like making me jittery, which made my anxiety worse because I was anxious. And then when I was anxious, my stomach was worse. Like it was just like all of this stuff I was doing was like, oh my gosh, why are you doing this to yourself? And so it was just like this vicious cycle. And then I had a terrible immune system. And so I had constant sinus infections and then was on an antibiotic. And then it was like the antibiotic was making my gut worse. So it was just like this constant cycle I was in and I felt like crap. And so when I started Plexus, I did have some like things to push through. And I was so glad that I was able to push through like the candida die off and to make sure that I like got my gut in check because it legit changed my life. I've not been on an antibiotic in 3 years or almost 4 years now. I am the healthiest I've ever been. I am like probably the happiest I've ever been. And it has just changed my entire life. I love that my kids use the products. Like this is a family affair and that like I can do this while they're laying in my lap. Like I can share.
Wait. You said we have progress?
Anyways, he's sitting here like listening to everything. So, all right, Abe, what do you take every night?
Kvaget.
His Kvatic. He takes it every night. So there you go. All right, guys.
My pill.
Yeah, and Kennedy swallows hers.
I'm gonna go get
All
my
right,
Kvaget.
guys. Well, I'm going to pass it on over, but that is my story. Legit life changing. You just have to experience truly for yourself to like even know what it feels good to feel this good. Like it just, you have to try it yourself. You really do. So, all right, Andrea.
Thank you so much. Gosh, I love hearing all of these stories. And Brianna and I have known each other since 4th grade, and I never knew that she struggled with these issues. Like we went all the way to high school graduation together. And it is so funny because I feel like we go through life knowing our friends and family. And I remember like when I was like thinking about these products and I'm like, man, like who else could use these products? And I was like, I don't know anybody. But it's crazy when I actually started to share the products that so many people were like, oh my gosh, like gut health, like I have this issue. And they were like good friends of mine. And I'm like, I never thought that you had any of these problems. So it's just really cool how it is like a snowball effect once you really start to just talk a little bit more about what you're doing. So anyways, I'm going to share a little bit about my story. So this is actually my 5th year in Plexus this month, actually on next Monday. So like Brianna, I love to say that just because I was the quitter of all the things. I never stuck with anything. I would try this diet. I would try this diet pill, this fat burner. Like you guys, I did it all. Any kind of weird, funky diet. I was like, that's me because nothing ever worked. But I also had underlying issues. Like I was constipated. I had super terrible sugar cravings. I was super inflamed and I didn't even realize it at the time. But when I did my side-by-side photos, I was just like, holy cow. I didn't even think that I didn't start this for weight loss. I started this just to go to the bathroom more regularly, to not have stomach issues, to not have food sensitivities. And I heard about gut health a little bit before I started Plexus, and I started just to buying up all the probiotics because that's what I read. I was like, oh, probiotics, you know? And so I would like spend so much money on all kinds of different probiotics, and my shelf was just full of supplements, right? And I would buy super expensive probiotics, refrigerated probiotics, and none of them even touched what the Probio 5 has touched. Within 2 weeks, I was going to the bathroom more consistently. And you guys, it matters what strain of bacteria is in your probiotic. There are super duper expensive ones out there with the wrong strain. You have to have the strain that actually is going to work with the gut bacteria that is produced in our stomachs. And that was such a game changer. And it is such like for a fraction of the cost. Insane. And so within the first 2 weeks, I was going to the bathroom regularly. I wasn't reaching for that after dinner, like sweet snack. I was the person who was always like, okay, I ate dinner. Now what can I have? Like I was looking, like I always had like a stash of Reese cups, like always in the freezer, my jam. And like, I'm not above that now, but I don't feel like I have to have them. I don't feel like I have to like, just like binge on Reese cups. I have control. I can like, okay, I can have one and just kind of like be okay with just having one. And so that was a huge game changer for me. Just being able to finally be regular, something I struggled with since I was a child. I was on Miralax, suppositories, like all of those things as a child, which isn't fun. And all the doctors always told me, oh, it's okay, just take Miralax, no big deal, you know, do this, do that. And finally, whenever I was actually around 25, I was like, I've got to take these matters into my own hands. And that's kind of when Plexus entered my life. And I am just absolutely so thankful for these products. And then, you know, with, like Heather said, with pregnancy, I've had 2 babies with the products. I'm actually currently nursing my second one.
Aubrey, can I have your headphones, please?
So he was 18 months old. And you guys, I can't even tell you, having Plexus in pregnancy, I've heard it from so many friends that didn't have Plexus while they were pregnant. I don't know a pregnancy without Plexus, but they always say, I wish I would have had Plexus while I was pregnant. It would have made it so much easier. And I can tell you that, you know, I didn't have inflammation. I didn't have, you know, the blood sugar issues, you know, gestational diabetes. Those types of things are so crucial. And gut health, inflammation, and balanced blood sugar play a role no matter what you're dealing with, no matter if it's weight, energy, you know, hormonal issues. Those 3 factors are a fit for everybody's body. It's so true. It is what makes our bodies tick. And if one is off balance, that probably means the other 2 are off balance. And so it was just such a lifeboat that got sent to me, and I'm so glad that I jumped on it. So I'm going to actually pass it over to our nurse practitioner, Allie. She is a wealth of knowledge, and she is just going to share some things with you and kind of wrap this up for us. Go for it, babe.
Thanks, ladies, for being here tonight. As Andrea just mentioned, I just happen to be a nurse practitioner. I do not claim to know everything. And I also want to say this. I don't know why I feel like I have to say this, but Plexus does not claim to prevent, treat, or cure disease. But what I have found through my 9 years of education and practice is that Plexus heals the body. It doesn't just stick a Band-Aid on it. Whereas people come to my office daily and they want a quick fix. We live in a quick fix world where we want to feel better, we want to do it quick, and we want to lose weight, and we want to do it quick, and we want to feel good and not be anxious, depressed, stressed quickly. But all of that is, yes, medications help that, and it's okay if you take those medications, but healing the root issue has changed my life. I didn't realize it. I know you've heard from a few ladies, like we can all be on here for an hour, but we know you guys don't have an hour. And we thank you guys for taking the time to be here. But what is so great about these is young, old, men, women, children, we all have guts, right? And all of these things are unique to each and every person in a different way. So it's truly amazing. When you say yes to you, you have a testimony from day one, the second you say yes to getting your body healthy. And so I just kind of want to share a little bit about what this why it's Pink 15 and what this pink drink is. Some of you guys may have had a sample or you might just be curious, but there's actually 2 kinds. This is called our microbiome activating. And so it's called Slim, but if you're someone like me who was not concerned with weight and you think that this is a weight loss drink, I want to explain what this means. It was actually developed by an endocrinologist to help diabetics. That was what it was originally created for. But every one of us has blood sugar fluctuations, and that's probably why sometimes you feel like you're on a roller coaster, or you need a nap after you eat, or your brain fog, you're foggy in the morning, you can't concentrate, or you're craving something after a morning where you didn't eat because your blood sugar drops. But Slim helps to balance that out. And it can help your metabolism. If that's a goal for you, getting your blood sugar stabilized starts with your insulin. And insulin is your master hormone, and it regulates everything else, your metabolism, your thyroid, your hormones, your stress hormones, your female hormones. So Slim can help weight loss goals, but it's not going to make you lose weight if that's not what your body needs. It's going to just balance it out in other ways. So this is called our microbiome activating. Big fancy word. Microbiome is the gut bacteria, and it gives your body prebiotics. So prebiotics feed that good, healthy bacteria. And it's step 1. So Slim is generally not a standalone product. It's step 1 of what Plexus is all about. There's a second kind. This is called Hunger Control Slim, and it has a special kind of fiber in it that helps your body to hold on to water in your stomach to help you stay full longer. And it's not a quick fix weight loss drink either. It's just going to help you have more control over cravings. And, if you're a large portion control person, this is going to help you for that. So This is, like I said, step one of a lot of the systems Plexus has. So if you're here tonight, we definitely want to customize what system is best for you. There's one that's more focused on like energy and inflammation. There's one that's focused on bloating and cravings. If that's something that you would say is a struggle for you. There's one that is focused on weight loss, weight management and metabolism support. And then there's one that focuses on skincare or skin management and stress management. So again, there's not one size fits all. That's great about these, but that can also be tricky. We never want you to feel like you're shopping on Amazon when you start Plexus. There comes with a huge community of support and resources, and there are predetermined systems for a reason to help you get those results that you are looking for. So again, slim, tastes great, watermelon, lemon, raspberry, cherry, lime, but it is not all that your body needs. It's just the start. So one thing that I always like to share too is because you start your story on day one, Plexus actually gives you 3 samples if you decide to say yes to getting yourself on track. And this is a journey. It's not something that's going to be amazing in 30 days, but you have 3 samples, and that is to set you up for success. They actually have this amazing friends and family referral program. If you grabbed 3 friends to do this with you, you're actually going to get $60 right away towards your products. It's your accountability circle. You get those 3 free samples, and you guys also both get a $20 discount on your very first order, which is a thank you for giving us a try. Thank you for saying yes to you. And you guys know that you're 80% more likely to stick with a health journey if you have a friend doing it with you. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that is so helpful for me. So, there are so much we could go over tonight, but again, thank you guys for just being here to listen to some of us that have been here for a while, or some of us who have just started our journeys, because we're all at different phases. And Patty's waving a hand. Your journey is never going to be someone else's, and that's the beauty of this. So please drop any questions that you have in the chat. We'll be here. Don't be afraid to turn on your camera or definitely reach out to the person that invited you here tonight. We would love to hear what stood out to you and help you start feeling better.
Thank
you guys.
Oh, you did so good. Okay, I just want to closing. If you could just drop, who did you relate to the most, or what did you relate to the most out of this event? We would love to hear just kind of some feedback. And if any of this resonated with you, please go to the person who invited you here. You will be able to snag that discount tonight. It does end at midnight tonight, and that is also good for you and 3 of your friends. So we hope to see you in our little community. This has truly been such a blessing for me and my family health-wise. And like Ali said, you're 80% more likely to really stick with it. And I know that we have this community to hold you accountable and to be there when you're not feeling like doing the things, and just to link arms with you. So thank you so much for taking time out of your evening tonight. And we really hope to see you in our community soon. Bye, guys.
Later.
Bye.
Get out. No. There.
You're still recording.